Hey everybody, this is BeatTheBush, and today we're going to talk about how to buy groceries and a whole bunch of other things. So normally you get a big bunch of mail ads like this and you get to sort through it and figure out what you want to get. I actually don't go to Denny's too much. It doesn't taste that good to me, so yeah, that's that. Okay, so here's an ad for DirecTV. If you must, okay, you have a subscription, but for me, I actually don't have cable and I don't have DirecTV. All I have is over-the-air HDTV. Yes, you can get over-the-air high definition. You don't actually have to have cable in order to get high definition. Most people don't know that. Here's like a big book of coupons. I don't buy any of this. I mean, look, women's lipstick or mascara stuff. No. Oatmeal, I don't have that. Don't have a pet. I'm not a big coupon clipper. Coupons, it generally makes you buy something that you don't normally buy. This shampoo is alright, but then I just buy mine from Costco. You have Skittles here. Well, you shouldn't be eating Skittles because it's just all sugar. Checkbooks is like a thing of the 90s. Nobody uses checks anymore. I do auto pay on everything and I use very little checks, except maybe for paying taxes or some company that still requires checks. I've been using so little of them, in fact, that I actually haven't ordered checks for as long as I can remember. Okay, here's a thing for a free home security system. I think you have to pay to get it installed and then you have to pay monthly. Anything that causes you to pay a monthly fee just kind of gives me a big alarm bell. Because on top of that, I don't really trust any home monitoring company because they could have someone at the company that is, you know, like a thief that's working at the company, and they'll kind of know when your house is empty and stuff. So for home security, I generally like to roll my own and have my own security video recording device or whatnot. When you have your own, you can do it month to month and it won't cost you a thing for as in terms of a monthly fee. Of course, you need to have the technical know-how to do all that yourself. I don't know, what is this? Some shoes? Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, if I wanted some comfy shoes, I guess I wouldn't object to getting shoes. And there's this new softer, stronger bath tissue. All right. I just want you to try it. For 55 cents off, it's most likely gonna be, I don't know how much this is. That's not very much off, so who cares? Sprouts is a supermarket. It's a little far. It's like a couple miles away, so I generally don't go to Sprouts. I might go to Lucky's or Safeway. That's near where I am. Rite Aid, I generally feel like all the stuff is really expensive there. I don't usually go there. Lowe's, let's not talk about any home improvement stuff this time. Taco Bell, Del Taco. Well, there's gonna be fast food stuff. I do eat Taco Bell, and I think I haven't had much Del Taco, so generally don't eat that much fast food. But I am not against eating at Del Taco. Here we go, Hometown Buffet. I actually like Hometown Buffet, but I actually haven't been there for the last 5 years, so I would go. But these days I just kind of go to restaurants I've been to and actually like. Dish, what does this say? $20 a month. What is this? It says HD for life. It means it's trying to say you get HD TV for life, but I don't quite understand that because I think it's playing on the fact that most people don't know that you can get HDTV over the antenna air for free. DirecTV, more of the same. I don't have Dish or DirecTV. Mattress, I am not against getting new mattresses. Get a good one and have a good sleep, I guess. They are expensive, so it's a one-time thing where you buy and get a good mattress. Get the first one and be done with it. I like Harbor Freight. It has a lot of cheap goods, but you have to watch out for all the cancerous goods in there because it has all these Proposition 65 warnings in it, just like Daiso, where if you use any of the stuff with that's in close proximity to your food, Well, all bets are off if you get cancer 10 years down the road because you use something and kind of mix it with hot water all the time and you die. Well, you're not gonna be able to sue anyone. You're not gonna be able to prove anything, and you're just gonna get cancer from it because you have been warned. So with Harbor Freight stuff, I'm a little. It's a little less bad because you hold the tool, you don't ingest it, but you do get physical, I don't know, you have to physically touch it. So, you know, after you touch it, maybe you have to wash your hands, maybe there's lead on it, I don't know, weird chemicals. So watch out for that. Even, you know, their tools look nice and cheap and all, but I do get it, and you just gotta be careful. Closet world. You can make your home nice and spiffy. If you plan to live in your home for more than 10 years or something, you want to upgrade it. Most people don't live in their home for 10 years. On average is about 6 years, and so you do all this work, make it look really nice, and then you do all these upgrades, and then the next person that moves in has all these great things for essentially at a great discount, because it depends on what kind of things that you put in your home. If you put a closet, it's most likely not gonna make the home appreciate in value. Anyway, so if you put something like this in, you better use it for yourself mainly, and not think of it as a thing that makes the price of your home go up. Some random sushi place. This looks like, I don't know, like B grade food, where I think I have been here before. You know, it's not bad. Coupons and things. I don't eat pizza because I can't eat a whole meal of pizza and feel good about myself. The other thing about these fast food pizza is the dairy, the cheese, and all this. It's highly processed. So what you think you're eating like a fresh cooked pizza thing, but all the cheese, and it's just as bad as eating like a bag of potato chips because it has all these preservatives and stuff in it. How do they get it to like $5 each? Their guess is as good as mine. However, this one is from the pizza guys. Their pizza is not extreme, it's not like $5, so maybe it has a chance of being kind of hearty, I guess. Maybe. Geico insurance. I've shopped around several insurance places. I actually like Geico because I like the fact that they actually lower your insurance rate over the years without actually talking to you. I'm sure there's other places that's a little cheaper. I generally stay with Geico for my personal car insurance for now. I'm not endorsing them. They're not an advertiser or something. Something about furniture is, one time I wanted to get these couches, and I wanted to get some leather ones, and then when I went to Macy's, I was very shocked at how much it cost. If you want to buy a three seat and a double love seat thing, it would cost you something like $3,000, $4,000. It was like, wow, that's a lot up front, right? Anyway, so I decided to get some cheapy ones, and I'm gonna replace them if they get old or whatnot. So the take-home lesson there is you can probably get something for cheaper than a couple $1,000s. I buy my groceries from Lucky's or Safeway, and whenever I go to Lucky's or Safeway, I use my Sally Mae credit card that has 5% cash back. So everything I buy there, if it's $1, it's only really cost me 95 cents because it comes back as a cash back. If I buy $100, it only cost me $95. Of course, you need a good credit score in order to get that credit card, so that's another video that I have. So you need a good credit score so you can take advantage of all these great advantages of having a good credit score. Is you get a good credit card and you get to pay less for everything, 5% less. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so generally when you look at the grocery ad like this, you have the thing that has the biggest piece, the biggest picture, and that's the cheapest. Generally, they might lose money on it, so get those. 4 out of 5 times, I would buy those things only, and I wouldn't be afraid of just going to the next grocery store and buying the biggest, the big sale item here too. Like, for example, this Lucky's, they have right now $5.99 Angus beef T-bone steak. That's actually a pretty good deal right now. This is 2015 January. $5, not bad. But the thing is, I don't like the New York portion of this T-bone steak. The little piece, I think this is a section of the filet mignon on the other side of the T-bone. Yeah, I guess I would get it. I mean, there's no other deal for beef during this week, it seems. There's a $8 ribeye roast here, which is not bad. These days it goes down to $5.99. I just kind of watch out for it, and whenever it's cheap, I just buy a whole bunch. I might buy a whole roast, which is like, I don't know, like 4 pounds, 5 pounds. Here, New York strip steak. I don't know why they keep on selling the New York strip. I don't like New York strip that much. I like the ribeye, so I wait for that one and I buy a whole bunch of ribeye. Okay, general mentality of the grocery store. I tend to just go straight for the border of the grocery store. That's where you have the vegetables, right? And then you have the dairy, eggs, and then meat. And then perhaps you might go around to buy liquor or whatnot. The stuff in the middle is always all processed foods, right? So those are the things that will get you obese and make you unhealthy. A lot of the stuff in the middle is made out of corn, right? And most corn is actually genetically modified. I had a friend who grew up on a farm, and he talked about a corn husk that you harvest. And right after harvest, when you pull it open, it'll be full of spiders around the whole cob, right? Well, I'm not too afraid of spiders. I don't really care. It just means it's edible, right? The insects would actually eat it, which means you can eat it. But nowadays, when they have the new corn, it's genetically modified in such a way that nothing will eat it. So you can imagine, well, can people actually eat it? There's this whole big controversy about if people can actually eat the corn and it's okay. Well, I don't like eating the corn, so I tend to avoid all the stuff in the middle. I avoid most cereals because a lot of it is made out of corn. It could be made from grain, I guess, but a lot of it is made from corn. Corn syrup, right? That's derived from corn, and you'd be surprised how many things is derived from corn. For the sake of my health, I don't eat that much corn. And of course, I try to avoid the sodas, and so actually avoid the orange juice too, because they actually squeeze them all and put them in a big vat, and they may wait up to like a year before they bottle it inside the cartons. And so by that time, they actually have all the flavor is gone, and they put the flavor back in and stuff. That's just really gross. They just kind of wait for so long. And so for my orange juice these days, I just buy oranges and I just squeeze them myself and get orange juice. It may say, oh, freshly squeezed, not from concentrate, right? So what? They squeeze them. They don't dehydrate them or anything, right? And then they just put it in a vat, and after a year they take them back out, up to a year, right? They take them back out and then they sell it. So that's just not very appetizing to me, so I haven't bought orange juice for about a couple years now these days. Okay, on to other things. Chicken. You hear about all the chicken inside being stuck in a cage, and they live, I think it takes them 45 days to grow from a little chick to a full-size chicken. They have the chickens, and then they put them in this whole big pen. It could be a really big farmhouse, right? And then they could say it's free range or something like that. But there are technicalities on that, because they could call it free range, and then they could have like a little tiny barn door and have the chicken go out, but maybe the life of the chicken wouldn't even know how to go out because it's such a big area. I don't know, complications like that, where little thing where they may call it free range, but it's really not. So the thing with chickens is, if you raise a chicken properly, in plenty of space and stuff, you can actually eat them raw. This is really weird, right? Because we're taught that we should not eat chicken because they have salmonella and things like that. But turns out the chickens get salmonella because of the condition they live in. And so I think I read a report maybe about 1/3 or 1/2 of all chicken has salmonella on it. So you could take your chances and just eat a random chicken, and then you may not get sick from it. But most likely, out of all the times that I've ever encountered raw chicken, I did get sick. So the chickens actually get sick, and they get fed antibiotics and things so they don't die. I mean, just gross, right? But I mean, I still need to eat chicken sometimes, and so I still eat the chicken, but then I try to limit myself on not going nuts and eating chicken exclusive